September 25th, the new Fox Tuesday kicks off with New Girl's new season. Then welcome Ben and Kate.
Stay away from my sister before you find out what 6 years of Krav Maga feels like. Well, like year and a half plus like 4 years on and off I was traveling.
Followed by another all-new New Girl.
What am I looking at here?
Pure, unadulterated friendship.
And the Mindy Project.
Can't believe you're tattling.
Tattling is when a little girl does it, okay? When a hot woman does it, it's called whistleblowing.
The new Fox Tuesday, premieres September 25th on Fox.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's The Voice After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's The Voice After Show.
Hey guys, what's up?
Round of applause.
Welcome to The Voice Blind Auditions Continued Part 4. Bing is for doing, and we are doing another after show for The Voice. I'm Michelle Macedo. Here are my co-hosts.
Hey,
I'm introduce yourself.
Melissa Macedo.
And I'm Lauren Mendoza.
And first, you guys, we're going to recap last week's episodes that we didn't recap. So that's episodes 2 and 3. And those were still the blind auditions. So really quickly, we're just going to run through the teams, run through anything that was memorable. I don't know if you guys can think of something, but it's a lot.
Definitely a lot of people, a lot of auditions to remember, that's for sure. But someone I remember is D to the O to the M to the O.
Yeah,
Domo. So she had a lot of personality, and I think CeeLo was very happy about having her on the team.
Right.
Yeah, she was wild.
Yes, wow.
But she was good.
Very confident.
Yes.
She was very confident, had a lot of moves.
Right.
Did she say, okay, is it just me, or did she say that she's like Lady Gaga in China or something?
Yes, she did say that in China she is Lady Gaga.
If you were Lady Gaga, would you go to China to audition for a show? You know what I mean?
Well, it's just that Lady Gaga is known throughout
internationally,
the world.
not just an American thing.
Yes.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, she was saying a lot of stuff.
She's a lot of talk.
She was a lot of talk, yeah.
But she was good. I thought she had a really good voice.
Yeah, she did.
She had quite the act.
Yeah,
the whole
she's-
dance routine,
yeah.
the outfit.
Yes.
I almost think it was definitely a little too much for me, and I think if she kind of toned it down a little bit, maybe she'll be amazing.
Yeah, very theatrical.
Yeah.
At the same time, I feel like she, in her mind, is like the image of this pop star. Clearly, that's what she's trying to embody. I don't know if that is the most likable thing right now. I think maybe that was really cool in the 90s or something. But
well, I also just feel like people appreciate vulnerability to a point, you know, like to an extent, like how so many of the stories get so personal and real. And she kind of just didn't. She was a different thing. She was a different thing.
She's like one of those girls where you are singing in your bathroom mirror to yourself, and you're envisioning that you are all of your idols. Like you're Christina Aguilera, and you're this person, and you're that person, and that's what you want to be. And maybe you never really discover who you really are, or have your own story other than like, I'm this amazing star, and this is what I want to be, and this is what I've always dreamed. So I don't know.
well, she definitely took the power back in the room there with that. I'm just going to go by teams and not necessarily in the order that they performed. So I'm going to bring up another guy that stuck out to me, Mackenzie Berg. He's the guy with the glasses that Blake said looked like Harry Potter.
He's the one that had
congestive heart failure,
like organ failure, like almost had something
I remember with his heart. and something with everything else. Anyway, he like almost died.
Right.
And so
Right.
then he went to a baseball game, or no, he watched the Super Bowl with his dad. His dad
Yeah.
was like, you should audition for The Voice. And I guess now he's doing a like, I love life.
Yeah,
Right.
Isn't this cool?
He's grateful, to have that opportunity. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we
good.
think of the way, what do we think of him?
Well, I thought his voice was really unique. I really liked him. I was surprised it took them a little while to turn around at
Right.
first. I was surprised because it was so different. I'm
Yeah.
glad he got chosen.
Yeah, no, I agree. And if I remember correctly, I remember thinking that his voice was a little bit different than what I expected to hear from him. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking wrong, but I remember really liking his audition. I'm
Yeah.
pretty impressed with that.
Yeah, me too.
I remember being surprised at his voice too, in a good way. And I remember thinking like, wow, I would never think that guy was a singer.
Right.
His glasses kind of look
know.
like the ones of the murderer in Lovely Bones.
Or like Harry Potter.
Or like
Yeah.
Harry Potter. And I'm not saying anything about him as a person, but that's just like what it...
Right.
But he definitely has a vibe and a look. And it's a good thing he's alive.
yes.
Yeah.
That's
yes.
terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I also remember that guy from Nigeria and his story.
Yes.
I don't remember his
I don't
name.
remember his story. What was his
Well, his family, his dad was in jail, incarcerated there for something he didn't do. They didn't go into it. And then, so he came here with his mom and his brothers. And then he was amazing. He was just so good.
I'm trying to look up this guy's name.
No, I
Oh,
can't
Nelly's
remember.
Echo.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was good.
Yeah,
I did
he was
like him.
really good. And, I couldn't tell of his like accent and his voice or anything, but now I know that his family's like all together and all in America.
Yes.
And living the American dream.
Yes.
And everyone loves the American
and
dream.
someone I really liked was the girl whose parents' store was robbed at gunpoint.
You are talking about...
And she was, Christina chose her. And do you remember that story?
No.
She, it was her
Adriana Luis.
yes, her father's
yeah.
store, and it was so traumatic. And she was,
He was robbed at
remember.
gunpoint,
Remember?
and then I guess they took him, or they went back to his house, and then because he wasn't cooperating, and then held her mom at gunpoint, and
her
she
uncle
was
happened
9,
to see them, and
walking
then called
with strange
911.
men,
right?
and they called 911. The
Yeah.
police got them or something.
Which is insane. But I really remembered her because she did Domino by Jessie J, and that is such a hard song. I mean, Jessie J's range is unbelievable, but she nailed it.
She nailed it. I thought she has an amazing voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She got picked by Christina, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree. She did have an amazing voice, and I love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm hard to impress when it comes to that one.
I know. I love
She had
that
her
song.
own vibe too. She wasn't trying to copy Jessie J. She like really had her own vibe,
Yeah.
and she was like gorgeous. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
So those were kind of the main ones I remember. Do you guys want to
Yeah.
go through any of the other ones, or should we move on?
yeah, really quickly, I'm just gonna run through some of this. 2 Steel Girls, mother-daughter duo.
Oh,
They
yes.
were cute.
Yeah.
I liked
Country.
them. I
They-
was happy for them.
Me too.
They got
Team
picked.
Blake.
Good song choice, and they sounded really good and powerful.
Yeah, they did.
They did. I wonder if they would go on those shows where it's like my mom dresses hotter than me or anything
Right?
like
She's
that.
the one that had the high leather
Right.
skin tight boots.
Oh, yeah,
I know.
she was
She was working it.
working
Yeah.
it.
She was working it.
But
She's
they
an
were
attractive
really
older
great.
lady.
I particularly liked the daughter's voice better.
Yeah.
But they harmonized really well, and I
Yes,
thought
they
they
did.
sounded great together. So I think Blake got a good pick right there.
Yes.
Good one.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, Liz Davis. That wasn't from
That was
That was
today.
today.
Oh, whoops, was
Yeah.
it? Never mind. Okay, Julio Cesar Castillo.
Yeah, the mariachi
Yeah,
guy.
that was cool.
He was good.
First guy that sang completely a
In
song in
Spanish,
Spanish.
Yes. We talked about him, right? Because wasn't he on Monday? I thought he was on Monday.
He was no,
no?
he
No,
was
he was
on
on-
Wednesday.
Then he just really stuck out to me.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
Or I was talking about him with somebody, and I thought he was really good. He had a really strong voice. And didn't he sing a cappella at the end of
Yes,
his
he did.
audition?
Yeah.
And that really wowed me.
His
sang
mariachi.
El Rey, yeah, and a song in Spanish, and yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah,
I
so
like him.
he is on Team Blake, which is interesting, but I mean, why not?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. That sounds like a good fit.
Blake can coach powerful voices, and I think that's
Yes.
what he has.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely powerful voice. Okay, Samuel Moulton. He's a guy. He was like wearing a hat. He is from. He had an interesting story. He sounded. Wait, I think this is the guy that was like the reggae guy.
Oh yes, that was really interesting.
And he was didn't look reggae at all.
No, he's from Colorado.
Yeah, from Colorado.
Skaterish?
Yeah, skaterish.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a skater tool. If you just saw him on the street.
Yeah,
but
you never
he
know.
seems like a really cool guy.
The skater tool
But
that
if we
sings
were going
reggae.
to stereotype it, which is part of this show,
right?
I mean, the point is that like what we do stereotype it and whatever. But yeah, he was amazing reggae. Sounded like
he was. He talked a
Bob
lot
Marley.
about Bob Marley's influence. I remember that. And he was on Team Adam? Is that what you said?
Yes, he's on
Okay.
Team Adam.
Yeah, I remember Adam picking him.
Yeah, his voice is really unique too.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these people, like, you would never think these voices would come out of them.
Yeah. But he's one of those voices that I think I would be really interested to see how he's going to do in the competition. Because you think about how they're going to pair him up with somebody else in the battle rounds. And
I know.
Can he sing another style? You know, who knows?
I know.
So it's going to be kind of exciting to watch him.
Definitely.
Nicole Nelson, the bohemian hippie girl from Vermont. Do we remember her? She lives in like an artist compound. She's the one where she said that, her dad said she's either going to be Whitney Houston or like a street musician.
Yeah.
And she's like,
she was amazing. Wasn't she amazing?
she was.
Yeah,
What
she
was
was.
the
She was
song
really
do you know
good.
what the song she sang?
Yeah, it was. It was something. Oh, Hallelujah. That's what it was.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
And everybody stood.
Yeah.
Right? It was
Yeah.
amazing. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loved her.
So yeah, that was a good one. Let's see here. Team CeeLo. We did D to the O to the.
I think that's perfect for CeeLo. CeeLo can handle that personality.
Yeah, definitely got that going on. But
Didn't she do the exercise?
Yeah, she's at.
When I say D. Yes.
Oh yeah, she's like, can I try something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, are you gonna try singing? No, you're just gonna try to show everyone that you know how to work a crowd,
Right.
which she totally does.
Yeah.
Which is good. There's some people that can't do that. And if you can't
No
do that,
way.
you're not going to do very well.
Right, true.
I mean, she clearly has stage experience
Yeah.
in China, being Lady
Maybe.
Gaga, but the
Somewhere.
Chinese version. Did we already? I can't remember if it was from the first episode. Aquile, was that the first episode?
Aquil. His name
Aquil.
is Aquil.
Whoops.
He was the one that had his jaw wired together.
Oh,
like he had
yeah.
the story where he
Yeah.
broke his jaw. That was wired together.
He thought he'd never sing again.
Yes.
Why was it that
good.
why was
He's
his
from a
jaw?
small town, and I don't know why, but he talked about how he's
Wyoming.
mixed race, and he talked about how people didn't like that about him. But I don't know if they actually said that someone like hit him.
I don't know.
I don't
I
remember.
kind of think that they did, but we can't
Anyway.
say
We don't
for
want
sure.
to. Yeah, we don't know.
So yeah. Can't,
Yeah. So, I feel like those were like the highlights from the past
Yeah, those are the highlights.
3 episodes.
That's a lot of them. We covered a lot of them.
Speaking of a lot of episodes, though, I just want to tell you guys for a second about this new Fox lineup on Tuesday.
Oh, tell us.
Well, we all like comedy, right? Who doesn't like comedy?
Yeah.
Right?
Serious.
No one I can think of.
No one you can think of. Next Tuesday, there's so much good stuff happening. Okay, Zooey Deschanel, the new girl. Such a good show. I love her.
Isn't it nominated for like 5 Emmys or something?
like something like that,
It's my favorite.
And on top of that, the critics are calling this new show Ben and Kate one of the year's best new comedies. So I'm really excited to see that. That's all happening Tuesday night. On top of that, okay, Mindy Kaling Project.
Oh, I love her. From The Office,
From
right?
The Office. She's from The Office, and she's so funny. I love her. So
she's
I'm really
funny.
excited to see that show. Okay, guys, that's all happening next Tuesday on Fox. So
Next Tuesday, so like September
25th, starting at 8. Okay, so if you want to laugh,
Yeah.
next Tuesday, turn it on Fox, starting at 8. Also, next Monday, there's a new show called Mob Doctor, starting at 8.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah, so I heard that's really good, too. So you guys, there's a lot of good TV coming up.
I know.
Just
I'm
know
going to be
that's
on
a
my
lot.
couch on Tuesday.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's definitely where I'm going to be.
Starting at 9.
Starting at 9. Mob Doctor is at 9.
Thank you, Amir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, moving along.
All right. Well, that's some pretty cool news there about the Fox lineup. But for now, let's move on to tonight's episode.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to just go in order. And the first one that I believe went on, which we had some technical difficulties, but we saw the performance online, was Melanie Martinez.
Yes, she was 16 years old, and she sang Toxic by Britney Spears, but she did a really different version, her own thing up there playing her guitar. And she's 16, and she has such an amazing, unique, different voice. She was awesome.
Yeah, I know. It was so cool. She had such a cool voice.
Definitely unique, really like nobody else on the show. And I don't know what I would imagine her looking like, but definitely not so young.
Right.
She's so young. And that's cool that she played her own guitar on that. I'm sure that was nerve-wracking. She had the little bow situation happening and the little outfit situation happening.
Yeah. She definitely has a certain look.
Yeah.
A younger look.
But she was so cute. I thought she had a really cute smile, and she looked like she was really comfortable performing and really happy up there. And I think you could hear it. But what I loved about her voice, aside from the fact that it was very different and unique, it was really eerie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Haunting or something.
If I was a judge with my back to her, it would just, be this really haunting, cool, mysterious voice.
Yeah. And I think it was a good song choice because I actually think that song is eerie. When it's slowed down. Gail Naeem does a really amazing cover of that song that actually sounded a lot like this one.
Yeah, that sounded like this one.
But when you slow it down and you listen to that song, it's a great
really
song.
Intense.
Yeah.
But I thought it was the right song choice for Melanie too.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people compared her voice. I know Blake was probably the first one to turn around maybe, or he definitely picked her or turned his chair for her. And a lot of people compared her voice kind of to Senya. From, was it maybe the first season?
Yeah, the first season. Yeah.
And she had that raspy voice, but she did everything kind of in her own little different way.
Yeah, I like that girl.
So I think it wasn't a shock that Blake turned his chair because he's drawn to those kinds of voices.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say he's drunk.
No.
Well, it could be.
Either way.
It could be.
He doesn't care what other people
doesn't
think.
Matter. No.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't.
Yeah. Okay. And then next we had
Cupid.
Doing
the Cupid shuffle by Cupid.
I thought I felt sad about this one because it was his own song. So in a way he wanted to showcase it and perform it, but it's not the best vocal song.
Well, he said he didn't want to be pigeonholed as a dancer. And by having a dance song, I think was what he was saying.
Yes, he said, this is my song, but it's really pigeonholed me into this category. So I'm sitting there thinking, well, why are you singing it then? He said, I want to be able to showcase my vocal abilities. But he didn't go up there and sing a song that actually did that. And it was funny to see CeeLo turn around and actually recognize him and know that's your song. You're up there singing your own song.
Yeah.
Which would have been fine if his song actually did what he was setting out to do and showed off his vocal talents, but it didn't do that.
Yeah.
And that's why he didn't get picked. And you're right,
so
it was
weird.
a sad story. I was kind of sad about it too.
Yeah.
Because then they had him sing a cappella, right?
And he was great.
Yeah,
and
amazing.
They were
He
like,
sang,
oh my God.
Let's Get It On.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was amazing.
And everybody was wowed by it.
Yeah, I know. That's so sad. I hate that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was really true that that was the whole reason why he was going on to not pigeonhole himself, but maybe to just gain publicity for that song and for him. And he wanted to know maybe I'm a good dancer too. So
I don't know, but
yeah,
anyway.
I guess that song was a big hit. CeeLo knew it.
But did he even dance? He just kind of I mean, was I not looking?
No,
but
I don't
thought
think
he just
so.
kind of was working the crowd and walking back and forth, and it was kind of a dance party song, but it wasn't a wow performance in any way. But I agree with you. I kind of thought the same thing. I'm like, well, if that's really what you wanted to do, wouldn't you have actually done that?
Right.
Yeah.
Or did you want to give your song publicity?
And did you want it to be recognized maybe by one of the judges and then be like, oh, I like this song.
Right.
Yeah.
But it sounds familiar.
Well, it didn't work.
It didn't work. Sorry, Cupid.
Yeah. But then we had Brian
Scartocci.
Scartocci.
Tosi.
I heard Carson Daly say it.
Okay.
Scartocci.
Okay, Scartocci. And he sang "Isn't She Lovely?" Stevie
He's
Wonder,
like a single
Stevie Wonderland.
father,
single dad of 2 kids.
Yeah.
A really touching
and
story.
I guess Stevie Wonder wrote that song about his daughter.
Oh yeah,
That's what he's so.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
And he did a really great job.
Mm-hmm.
It took a little bit for any of the judges to turn around, so I was kind of afraid that he wouldn't get picked at all. But then he had his choice.
Yeah, he had Blake, Adam, and CeeLo all turned around for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought he had a really good voice. He had a really smooth voice,
Mm-hmm.
but it was also very different, and he put his own spin on that song. And I think it was Adam or somebody that said that that's really hard to do.
Yeah.
To take a Stevie Wonder song that everybody knows and then kind of do it a little bit differently and do it well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was pretty impressive. I'm rooting for him. He had a good story.
Yeah, you know, this Stevie Wonder when he sings, he makes it sound so effortless that then you just expect it in the next performance of it, whoever it is. And so if it doesn't sound like that, then it doesn't sound as good or we think or as familiar or something. So, yeah, I agree. I was surprised that he did it so well. Can we talk about Blake's manipulation techniques?
How he's so good at convincing people.
Yeah, he's so good. He's like, listen. Oh, wait, this I'll do for someone. A shout out to Twitter. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
And then he tells them what.
Yeah, and he's like, I wear a vest. You wear a vest. I have a beard. You have a beard.
Yeah.
You got soul. I have a soul.
Yeah,
I don't have a
exactly.
good Blake impression, but I love that line. He was good.
Yeah.
He was good.
And then he ended up picking Adam, so his technique didn't work that time.
Yeah, that's true.
Adam is just too hot.
Yeah.
I think maybe
Too hot
that's
to
the
handle.
issue.
Too hot to handle.
Too hot to not pick him. I don't understand how people don't pick him.
Yeah.
I just stare at him.
But then, okay, next we go into a duo.
Yeah, they went through a few duos that they skipped over,
Right.
kind of, or went through fast.
Because they didn't pick them.
Yeah, because they didn't pick them.
them,
And, you know, it's hard with the duo, much like Macedo.
Yes.
Because, you know, luckily we're twins, so our voices sound like almost identical. But it's hard because for example, I don't know, the mother-daughter duo or something, I would think that the mother has so much more experience. And so if one person's a little off, then that means like both of you are gone.
But this one was the husband-wife duo.
Beat Frequency.
Beat Frequency, yeah.
Beat Frequency from Canada with crimped hair.
Well, crimped hair.
Crimped hair. That's
Yes.
I wrote that down.
Yes.
Natasha and Sean.
Yes.
Crimped hair.
Yeah, and you know what? I thought her voice was great. I think we kind of talked about how I felt like she carried the song, and he can sing very high, so it worked for the song E.T.
Yeah.
And that's a really catchy song. And also, it's a hard song to sing, and she sang like most of it. I guess that's how, I mean, he sang like the male part, which is originally rapped or whatever, so it's hard. But she had an amazing voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she had better and stronger range than he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just her vocal quality, for my preferences, I liked her a little bit better. And I was kind of surprised. I think we were talking about it, how Christina picked them. And then there were areas where they sang together that were a little pitchy and off. And we were thinking, I wonder if Christina's regretting that right now.
Right.
Doesn't mean they're not good, but I don't know that they were great
Consistent.
or amazing compared to all the great talent that you see on the show. So, but I do agree with you. I felt like the wife was the stronger person in this duo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really funny to see him like pointing at his wife, saying all these like very degrading things. Which the song, you know, like, I'm going to probe you, like all this stuff. And like pointing at it. And I'm like, you guys are married. That's like so
at church.
awkward. I know.
And you had a Christian band.
Yeah, I know, right? That was the whole thing.
Yeah.
And she was all like being sexy like, and he was like, yeah.
I'm going to probe you.
Yeah, I know. That song especially.
Yeah, it was
so,
kinda funny.
you know, Christina got a hold of that, you know.
Yeah.
And then we had Tyler Lillis.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did the Usher song.
He's from Riverside.
Yes, he's saying you got it bad, and we all kind of compared his look to Jason Biggs.
Yes, he
right?
looked a lot like
Anyone
Jason
else see
Biggs.
that?
Yes.
Apparently he sang at Dodger Stadium. That's where Carson Daly came on the big screen and was like, yeah, going to The Voice.
And because he was a baseball player for many years, that was big.
Right, and he chose to sing for his career versus he kind of had two different choices and he went the singing route.
Right, but unfortunately he did not get picked because, you know,
that's right.
they were looking for something.
Yeah, but I bet Christina wished that she did when she saw him.
She said, you have a good look.
Yeah. She gave him a lot of really great, I think,
feedback.
Yeah. But then the very last thing she said, and you have a great look. So,
yeah.
You know,
which is interesting considering her past relationships and what those people look like.
Right? Exactly.
There's just a type. She definitely has a type.
Yeah, she does.
And it's a younger male, possibly.
Who was it?
Jewish looking.
Of the Jewish faith.
Yes.
Who was it that she said, I want a private performance? She said that.
Yeah, she did say that.
And there's so many episodes this week.
Let me look at the youngest looking male.
I know, right?
But anyway,
loves it.
Anyway, she's on the prowl.
Definitely.
Yeah, she is.
And if I were a dude, I mean, I know that her body parts change positions and places where they go. But if I were a dude, and if I thought for a second, I would totally go for it. You know, if she was hitting on me, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'll be on your team because you're hitting on me. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to continue that.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't pick him though.
Right. She didn't pick him. Sad.
I know.
But anyway.
Missed opportunity.
I know. And then we have Liz Davis.
Yes, from Mississippi.
Who did
she sang Here for the Party.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with that song, but I think she sang that one. Yeah.
Yeah. I loved, she was the one that started off with before the music started. All right.
Yeah.
And Adam.
I know. Adam was like, okay.
Ooh,
all right.
Insta-boner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is what we call
exactly what happened right there.
He said he wanted to turn around right then and there. I don't know why he didn't. Maybe it was just too
wouldn't have been
obvious.
Wise
yeah, it's a little too obvious.
Yeah,
you can tell she has nice tone, kind of, but I guess it could be anything.
But I think they're hearing so many singers. Anything that's different or brave stands out. So she was she started with that.
But definitely made an impression.
Yeah.
That was a really good choice.
With Christina, too, whether she meant to do it or not. But
aside from that, I really felt like she sounded like a country singer.
She did.
Now.
Like professional.
A professional that you could see performing. She had really great energy. I don't feel like she had any pitch problems.
No.
Which a lot of people that are not professionals have. And she just really killed the song. And she was gorgeous. And she was cute. And had a great personality. I think.
Yeah.
Who was it that got her? Blake. She went with the right person.
Yeah,
right. She did.
He has all the industry country music
and she
connections.
Knew. Oh, this was when he pulled out his award.
He's like, hold on, I'll tell you what. Something's poking me in the back right now.
See,
my country music award.
Yeah.
Let me put it in my pants.
Yeah, those tactics. Blake is
I know,
so good at them.
You know, she is a country singer, and he does have those contacts. So I feel like she did go with the right choice.
Yeah, I feel like it's a country singer's dream to go with Blake. You know?
I mean, she didn't need any particular coach necessarily, but just to have those contacts. And we've seen what Blake has done with his, previous contestants, having Dia go out and tour with him.
Yeah, that's true.
So she will, work well with his audience, I guess. They'll, respond to her. So I think she did the right thing.
And if that's a direction she wants to go in, that totally makes sense, even though Adam is so good looking.
But we have to point out Christina's little sting at the end.
I know, that was hilarious.
And I don't know what, Blake was laughing and pointing at her, and she basically said she couldn't have done that because those awards wouldn't have fit on her chair. And that's the truth. So
that is the truth.
That was hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that she said that. And next up, we had from Alaska / YouTube sensation, J.R. Aquino, and he sang "Just the Way You Are" by Bruno Mars. And so I guess he's in Alaska. Not a whole lot to do. I guess there's 3 bars that Blake Shelton went to.
The only 3 bars in Alaska, I think.
Yeah. But, I mean, what did you guys think of his performance?
Yeah, I thought he was great.
I thought he was good. I thought I expected him to be better because he was the one that has in his YouTube videos has had 45 million plus views in the top 100 subscribed, YouTube people, performers.
Yeah, wow.
So I expected him to come out and really be amazing. And I thought he was really good. But I think we all talked about how you could tell the nerves kind of got to him. Some of his high notes could have been stronger.
Yeah.
And you thought, maybe he's a little bit nervous. And I think he admitted it in the end. But overall, I think he was good. And I think if he can be comfortable out there, he may just wow us.
Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah, I think he'll get more comfortable now. But obviously, sitting in front of a camera, posting your stuff out to the world and getting fans is so different than standing in front of people, you know? Like, he's used to, it looks like being in his kitchen in Alaska.
Yeah.
And from going from, like, there's probably more people in that room than there is in his town.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really intimidating. I could see how that would be overwhelming.
Well, and waiting for someone to turn their chair, just like staring at the backs of chairs, knowing who's sitting in them.
I know.
And then they turn around, and then I think you're kind of overcome with excitement, but you have to keep your control.
I know, and finish the
That would
song.
be hard. But I like it, what he did. Christina, Adam, and CeeLo all picked him, but he said that he picked CeeLo because he trusted that CeeLo would be honest with him. And I think CeeLo was the one that pointed out he had problems with his high notes, but he still picked him. So I thought they're going to be a good team.
Yeah, I agree. And then we had a Gina Alvarez, who was
signed,
and she released
Sony
signed
at
to
10
Sony.
years old.
Yeah, 10. What?
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
really early.
And then at 18, signed again with an independent label.
Yeah.
And did, I think,
A Spanish album.
Spanish album.
And
Which-
Melissa did some research and said,
Apparently, she was on American Idol.
and also she performed at the Spanish Grammys or
Actually,
something?
it was the Latin Grammys, but it was a Latin Grammy party.
The street party or
The
something.
street party, yeah. I was like, it said, yeah.
But on American Idol, was she in like the tryout, like the audition phase?
Yeah, I don't know how far she made it, but I know that came up a lot when we looked her up.
Nice.
So, it was kind of sad because she didn't get picked.
No.
But like we were saying, her voice sounded so different than what you look at her, what you would think. I mean, she sounded like she was 23.
23.
I mean, she sounded at least 30. I felt.
Yeah, she had it was a really deep voice, but really powerful and really strong. But not at all what you expected to see. And it was kind of sad to see all the judges turn around and then what Blake was like, I'm embarrassed for all four of us. It's like, you're embarrassed because she's hot and so you didn't pick her.
Right.
Like, that's kind of sad. Don't even say that. It kind of bothers me when they say, like, they look at them and then they regret it.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
well, that's not what this is about. This is about your vocal ability. And if that's not what you were going for, then you should sit there and own that and say, this is why I didn't pick you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they gave her some good feedback, but
That's true. That's so true. Because that's kind of like insulting.
they all said that. They're all like, oh, man, I wish I could push my button now. And it's like, if I were her, I'd be so mad.
Right.
Yeah.
Flipping them off.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd be doing. I'd be angry.
Watch
And
out.
like, what? Yeah.
I'll give you something to be embarrassed about.
No, that's
Exactly,
true. It
right?
does like go against the whole premise of the show. Yeah. So anyway, and then we had Nicholas David. He was the guy who's talking about how he was an alcoholic, correct?
Yeah, he was a partier. He was in a country band, did nothing but party, got himself up to 300 pounds.
Right, wow.
And then kind of, I guess I don't know if meeting his wife was the turning point in his life, but he met her. She was coming out of a dark place. He said out of their love and their story or something.
Yeah.
They created their
were
child,
romantic.
their son, and that kind of opened his eyes to what he was meant to be here for.
Right.
So he wants to be on The Voice as like a positive message
Definitely.
to everybody.
Now he has a purpose.
And, he's someone like exactly the opposite of Gina, who looks, once again, I would never think that voice would come out of him.
Right.
So, and same with Gina, but, they turn around and Gina's this like beautiful young girl,
Yeah.
And it's cool for people like him who maybe wouldn't necessarily like get that reaction out of people.
Yeah.
But he had a great voice. Adam and CeeLo turned around, so.
Yeah, he did. What song? He sang Stand By Me, and he really did his own version. And that's another song that's so popular. It's like, how do you even think? You have to be creative to even figure out a way to sing it in your own way. And he did a really good job at that. I thought he was really good. He was somebody that I was like, I could sit there and listen to him and like be at a really relaxed concert, and he'd be really good to listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a great voice.
You know, I love when people do covers and you don't recognize what song it is until like the second line or maybe the third or fourth, and the fact that they got you to listen to it like as if it's a brand new song, I think
like
is
you're already enjoying it. You're already enjoying it. You're like, what is this song?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it has that like, oh my God, I know this. It sounds totally different.
Yeah,
And he
it's
had
very
that with
cool.
that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he got picked by CeeLo.
Yeah.
One judge, so he went with CeeLo, and I loved it at the end because we saw Lady Bird, who likes Nick, and CeeLo says, "If Lady likes Nick, I love Nick."
Oh right, the bird.
I love Lady
Yes.
Bird. Yeah,
Yeah, Lady
she's
Bird.
cute.
Yeah, she is cute.
Yeah.
That's the name, Ladybird.
Well, he calls her Lady, but she's a bird.
She is a
I guess
bird.
that's the
That's
only
bird.
lady
I don't know.
he has.
Well, he had Perfect.
I know. What happened to Perfect? Do we just drop Perfect off at the
Perfect's
pound?
a diva.
I guess.
Perfect is too big of a diva for CeeLo.
Yeah.
So, and then we had our New Yorker, our
LaGuardia High School.
fame.
Alessandra.
Alessandra.
Yes.
Guernica?
Didn't catch the spelling of that.
Garcio.
Something that reminded me of Guernica.
Okay.
She was only 17, which made Adam and CeeLo feel a little bad.
Take
Yeah.
back my thoughts. Take back my thoughts.
Right.
That's what they did.
All of their faces. It was all over all of their faces.
CeeLo even covered his ears when they said, "How old are you?" He was like, I don't want to hear this.
Yeah, oh my
Don't-
God.
Don't even say that again."
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
you know what I think about Alessandra is that she technically was really amazing. Like Christina
Yeah.
said, she had great control, and you know she sang The Climb. But like Christina also said, maybe there was something of herself that she didn't quite put into it. Like maybe she just showed of something a little, you know.
Yeah.
She said it was very sweet.
Yes.
And it did sound like Disney-esque.
Yeah, I feel like she started off so great. I think we were all really impressed with the beginning. We noticed her control. You can tell that she was really trained, but she was so good. And then I think the excitement kind of got to her. Plus, that song kind of picks up. And so she started performing it. And I think it was in that performance portion of it that she was a little bit too sweet and sang it maybe a little too perfectly, didn't have her own style in it, and was
Yeah.
very poppy. She
probably
Disney princess.
Did what she thought that they wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe. Or maybe sometimes when you're so trained,
It's
that's
hard.
what happens.
Yeah.
You have to find your own style, and that might be a challenge when, you know, she's going to the school that she goes to.
Sometimes it's hard to let go of the training
Yeah.
and allow your own, you know, personality through.
Yeah.
But she got picked.
Yes.
She
went
picked.
with Adam.
She went with Adam, which any 17-year-old girl would do, or
That's
me,
true.
or Michelle.
But she went with Adam.
Yes.
Yeah.
She didn't go with Adam. She went with Adam.
With Adam.
Oh, right.
I'm going with Adam. That's what she said.
I'm going with Adam
Yeah.
with her Brooklyn accent. which
Yeah,
was
she was
cool.
really cute, though. I think
she's
she's
funny.
going to do well. And even if she doesn't, she's 17, and this already has probably been an amazing experience. So
She has an
good for
amazing
her.
voice.
Yeah, she does. And then we have Avery Wilson, who another young. There's a lot of really young people on this
Wait,
show.
did Kelly Carpa?
I think there were two people. that-
Breezed over them.
Oh yeah,
They breezed over
We
them.
didn't see their
I know.
auditions.
Did they get? They didn't get selected, or
They did. So they
They did. And
Yeah.
isn't that unfortunate?
Yeah.
I was saying, you know, if I tried out for the show and I got picked, I'd be so pissed if they did not air my audition. Because then nobody really knows who you are. And you're out there to kind of like show yourself off, to create a fan base, to start, you know, you want people to root for you.
yeah. How are they going to
So
root for you
rude.
if they don't know who you are?
I know.
I know.
I know. So exactly, we didn't even get their stories. So I think that was Paulina and Kelly.
Yeah.
And then we had Avery, who they featured more. 16. Okay, he sang Without You, and CeeLo is crazy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe that guy's 16. That was shocking. That was the only person that really shocked me. I guess because we've all been 16, 17-year-old girls, we all have those friends, because I'm not this person, where everyone thinks they look much older than they are. And you're like, but you could just tell by their presence or something that they are teenagers. Yeah. This guy didn't have that. I was totally shocked.
Yeah, and he had such amazing talent. I mean, I think you could tell that maybe he wasn't as trained as some of the others, but regardless, like Christina said, what he has, you can't train. You know, that ability.
Natural.
I was kind of curious about him because he was the one that said he compares himself to Stevie Wonder, Chris Brown, and Usher. And I thought, that's a lot of confidence. And you better really perform well if that's what you're going to say about yourself. Otherwise, you're going to look horrible.
Right.
I'm not going to compare him to those people. But I thought he held his own. You know, he was his own person, and he did really, really well. And all the judges were impressed by him and saying his praises.
Right. And, you know, going along with that, comparing yourself to those people, even though his voice was phenomenal, you know, there was still, it wasn't perfect.
Right.
You know, there was still, and he got excited as, you know, the judges turned around. So, you know, don't set have confidence, definitely. But it's like... Be careful.
But realize that you are not Stevie Wonder, and you are not Usher, and you're not Chris Brown yet either.
And you just can't be a hybrid of the three.
No.
But you can be Avery Wilson, which might be cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you want to be that. You want to be your own person. If you're always compared to somebody else, I mean, how long are you really going to last?
Yeah.
Very true.
True.
That's my thoughts.
Very true. Well, on that note, let's move to the news. I know that Lauren here has some news for us.
I do have some news. All right, so we all heard about the controversy last week when Simon Cowell was really upset that The Voice introduced the third premiere night for Wednesday. Well, super exciting, and I guess Simon Cowell's worst fear. The Voice beat The X Factor by 3.2 million viewers.
Wow.
So, yeah, 10.7 people tuned into The Voice versus the 7.5 million that watched The X Factor from 8 to 9 p.m. So kind of exciting news for the show, and I think it was very well deserved. The Voice is fantastic this season.
Yeah,
Second, kind of breaking news, we heard today that NBC announced Usher and Shakira will join The Voice in the spring for the 4th cycle as the new judges of The Voice. Nobody knew this, right? This all kind of came out of nowhere, a big surprise, but they will be replacing Christina and CeeLo. We don't know if this is permanent or maybe just for this cycle, but Christina, who is releasing her album and going to be going on tour, that's what she'll be focusing on in the spring. And CeeLo, kind of another little news bite here, he's developing new music, no surprise, but he's also going to be working on a scripted comedy series for NBC based on his life.
And Perfect's life and Lady's life.
So he's going to be too busy writing about his own life to be on The Voice, so we won't see him in the spring. Adam and Blake, however, will return. So that's going to be exciting to see these new judges and see how they do.
I'm really excited for both of them because they're both such superstars.
Yeah, that's a great panel too.
And you know, I love Shakira, and I think she seems like a very down to earth, very talented person. So I'm excited to see what she has to say.
Yeah, I'm excited too to see how the judges work together.
Right,
and they're going to have to perform together like all the judges do now. So it'll be interesting. Just another reason to watch. It's going to get better. And then lastly, we all saw, you know, in this episode that Christina Aguilera released her new single, Your Body, on iTunes today. So you could get that. The new album, which I think has also titled Your Body. No release date yet, but again, currently you could get her new single on iTunes. And while you're on iTunes, please remember to subscribe to us, to keep commenting, to rate us, and also to pass us along to your friends. We know The Voice is a huge show right now, and those fans that are watching us, we know you have friends that are fans of The Voice. So why not get them involved? Let's hear what they have to say. I want to know who your favorites are, what you think about our comments. You could totally disagree with us or maybe really agree. So we want to hear what you have to say on iTunes. So check us out, subscribe, and pass it on.
Yeah, good call. Tell us what you think. So on that note, thank you for tuning in. Please tune in next week. And you can find me at Macedo Music. And you can find...
at Melissa Macedo M. But are we going to make some predictions really fast?
Oh, whoops, yeah. I always forget with these auditions because it's hard.
So I guess... wow.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So this one is hard because there were like 20 million auditions. But thinking about maybe one, who do you guys think might win it so far?
Ooh. Oh, that is such a hefty prediction.
I know.
Yeah. You know, I like Melanie Martinez.
Really? Oh gosh, you go, because I can't.
You know what?
Even think.
I think the last guy on the first episode, the one who sang "Listen."
Oh yeah,
I think he was great.
amazing.
I think he might win it. What
Well,
do you guys?
there's
I'm gonna go with Avery Wilson.
All
I don't
right.
know though.
All right.
That's hard.
he is
Yeah.
16.
Yes.
He was good.
Yes, he was.
On that note, once again, thank you for tuning in, and you can catch me at Macedo Music on Twitter and
At Melissa Macedo M or at Macedo Music.
And at Lovalles at LO_VALLES.
tell us what you think, and thanks for tuning in.
Thank
See you
you.
next
Thank
week.
you.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.